Happy Saturday, y'all. I'm gonna get right into it because I want to get out here and enjoy this warm weather. So, I want to talk about love, and it's coming from First Corinthians chapter 13, verse 4. And I'm not going to do the entire verse, just a little bit of it, and let's start with the first part of it. It says, Charity suffereth long. And words have different meanings. And in those that little statement, charity suffereth long. Charity definition is interchangeable. It's a lot of meanings to charity, but in the Bible it's speaking of love. Suffereth is interchangeable. Suffer has a lot of meaning, but you have to put it in its proper context. Suffer means, in this context, means in this sentence, in its proper place, it means to bear with. To bear with for a long time. To bear with, to endure with a person, to put up with a person for a long time. And a long time could mean this: I'm going to put up with a person until they start bringing harm to me. I'm going to show them how love is supposed to feel. What love is. I'm gonna display it for as long as I can, to the point where it now becomes harmful to me. I can't allow to endure with the person and let them bring harm to me. Harm to me emotionally, mentally, physically, spiritually. I can endure with you up until that point. And you know what? That's all we can do. The moment we allow people to hurt us over and over and over again, to the point where we now have anxiety, we now are going through mental abuse and emotional abuse, and being subjected to stuff that we aren't supposed to be putting up with, we've gone too far. We've gone too far. God said, in Jeremiah, he said, I know the plans that I have for you, plans to prosper you and not to harm you. So if he says his plan is not to harm us and we are being harmed, who's really harming us? It's not him. Who's really hurting us? It's not him. So it's disturbing to know that people are out here thinking relationships, you gotta go through a whole bunch of pain and suffering, and that's just part of it. No, that's some dysfunctional stuff that we was taught. That's some dysfunctional stuff that even if we wasn't taught that, our experiences uh, shaped our conclusion of the matter by saying every relationship I've been in hurt, so I don't even want it no more. Love hurt. No, it don't. You just been in the wrong relationships, and you looking for a relationship when you don't even know what you looking for, because you don't even understand what love is. So what you out here looking for something that you don't understand, and it shows because you keep failing at it. And to bring it closer, the only way we're going to really understand it is if we, allow God to break things down, just like he broke it down with me. He's like, no, that means to bear with. That don't mean to harm yourself in the process. That's not what it means. And it says, if you look up suffer, it will say to love and bear with, um, even though you may feel alone or may feel feelings of hurt. Put that definition into its context. Sometimes we feel like if we bear with ourselves, it's just going to kill us. It's going to hurt. We're going to experience so much hurt. Endure that to get out of a toxic situation. It just feel like you're gonna hurt. You're gonna be all alone and you're gonna be hurting and all that. It appears that way. But endure with yourself. Because if you get rid of the things, the people, places, and things that are toxic to you, that's a healthy feeling of I'm alone. That's a healthy feeling of I'm going through hurt. You're healing. That's part of your healing from dealing with the toxicity. So you're supposed to love yourself, right? So bear with yourself. Endure those feelings until they subside and you are now healed. You will be healed. You will be made whole. You will not be alone all your life. You are merely getting out of a toxic situation. And these are the normal. This is what you will feel. It's normal to experience that. That's the toxicity leaving without you even knowing it, but you're so used to it and so messed up because you're comfortable in a sense where you can't even imagine life without that toxicity in your life, without that person being that toxic person doing what they doing to you. Like, no, you suffered long with them. Now suffer long with yourself. You endured with them to the point where it put you in harm's way. Now endure with yourself by not allowing, by not putting yourself in harm's way. Because that's how we supposed to love ourselves. We're supposed to love ourselves to the point where we're not going to put ourselves in harm's way. We're not going to allow nothing to happen to us if we can help it. And we do help. We can help it. We have more power than we give ourselves credit. And one of the easiest ways to avoid a lot of this is to just sit back. And this is what I mean by love yourself. Are you really loving yourself by suffering long with yourself, allowing you the space to unlearn certain behavior, giving yourself the space to feel what you feel, knowing that you're not going to feel that way for long, that you understand that, yeah, I might feel the effects of this person, me making a decision to stop dealing with this person. I might feel the uncomfortableness of it all right now, but it's going to wear off. It's going to wear off because God is going to step in and He's going to start healing me. He's going to start changing the way I think. He's going to start helping me understand where I went wrong. And when He did that for me, He was like, I ain't put y'all together. He started helping me to understand, like, I never called you to suffer like this. I never called you to be in a toxic relationship. That was not me. So if it wasn't Him, who was it? And you just got to be honest with yourself. So if you don't know no better, it's one thing if you don't know no better. But if someone or God Himself is teaching you this, y'all, unlearn that mess about love hurt, because it does not. Sit still and ask God to talk to you about it. Explain it to in a way that you can understand it. And for the people who was taught like me in church, they use that scripture. We gotta suffer with Him if we want to reign with Him. We gotta suffer if we want to reign. Suffer means we have to endure. We have to allow certain things to be. We have to do it how Jesus did it. Like, Jesus did not live a life of I'm gonna let people torture me. No, He did not. He did that at the end because that's what the Father, that was his purpose. That was His heavenly divine purpose. That was His. That's not ours. And we what we do have to do is we have to bear with people, meet people where they are, but not to the point where it harms us. It was only one sacrificial lamb that had to endure all that. And that's Jesus. So that's not our job. That was His job. So get out of toxic relationships if you're in them. Love yourself by You endured with all of that for all that long time. Now endure with yourself for a long time. Give yourself space, because it's going to be better for you at the end. If you kept doing that, it wasn't no guarantee. In fact, it was a guarantee that it wasn't going to be good for you at the end. But when you do it how God say do it, and you love yourself, you love in the proper order, oh, it's going to be so much better for you at the end. You ain't even going to be able to think like, I could have never thought I would be here. There's no way I could have imagined that I would be here. He allowed me to see the trees part, but he didn't allow me to see the entirety of it until, you know, it was time to. But he kept giving me glimpses of it. So that's what goes on when in your mind you can feel and see how you want to be treated and all that. Hold on to that and suffer with yourself and endure with yourself, not to accept nothing less. Have patience with yourself, not to go out and take any person that come your way because you like this is it. No, sit back and wait and see if God is telling you this is the person, or is it your desire, you want it so bad that you do what you wanted to do and then it mess you up. So bear with yourselves, be good to yourselves for a long time, as long as it takes until God bring you who he want for you in your life. And that's across the board. Business relationships, BFF relationships, parent-child relationships, stuff that we are putting up with, marriages, boyfriend, girlfriend, like a lot of these toxic relationships, they are not even anything God had designed for ourselves. We chose them. We decided to bear with people far longer than we should have. And it's okay to have a limit. I can love you, but I'm gonna love you over there where you're not putting me in harm, I'm gonna put myself out of harm's way by keeping you where you need to be, away from me. So if I know you're toxic, I'm not gonna allow you to keep coming in my space. That's not loving myself, and I'm gonna come first. I'm gonna love in the proper order. When it comes to human beings, I'm first. God is first in my life, head of my life, all that, but then it's me, then everybody else. So don't let nobody guilt trip you like, well, that's not unconditional. Yeah, are you crazy? Are you serious? So you saying I gotta love you at the expense of my own harm? Guess what? You can call it what you want, but I'm gonna call me out of here. So I ain't got time to deal with it. I'm not, so you want me to love you to my detriment. The devil is a lie. Bye. You know what I'm saying? So, y'all, unlearn that love hurt. Love does not hurt. It does not. So suffer long. If you're gonna suffer long, suffer with yourself. If you're gonna endure long with somebody, turn that energy into loving, enduring with your own self. Have patience with getting to know what love really is. Endure with love to understand exactly what it is, but endure it for yourself. I hope y'all get this message because it's important. People running around here really thinking love hurt, and that's sad. Y'all have a better Saturday.